All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It is time to get to the high pressure fill pump on my E92 335i. Oh man, I'm telling you guys right now, it is warm outside, which makes me want to work on this car even more. Should open the garage and let some of this cold air out and let some of the warm air in. We're gonna need my garage light slash, yep, that's what I'm using, a blown out garage light to get light. Let's see, do I want to put this car back up on the stands? Yes, I do, because I don't want to be bent over. And plus I want to go after a screw that I dropped in. Yeah, yes I did. I dropped a screw that belonged to the charge pipe 3.5 map sensor and it fell. It was in one of the videos. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but it was in one of the videos. I think I kind of played it off real well, but I want it back. So, and plus I also bought, what do you call that thing? I also bought this thing. It's the little black lower fender piece, but this one is black. And yeah, my paint job was terrible, so I want to replace this with this one. And you know, just make it nice and clean. The other two on the sides, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I might take it off and scuff it back to the original color and just have kind of like the center just all black. Well, let's get this car in the air and I will be right back. How many of you have actually played the OG Gran Turismo? I'm not talking PS2, I'm not talking like, you know, I'm talking PS1. I remember when that game first came out, I played that game so much. I told myself, man, one day I'm gonna live like a Gran Turismo life. And here we are, boys, living that Gran Turismo life. What was you guys' favorite cars in that game? Like I said before, I was doing JDM things, so I really loved the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Of course, I went out and bought one of those. That car got totaled. Went out and bought one of those, but my dream was to modify it. What else? The 3000 GT. Oh my goodness. There's one of the guys on here who he got a 3000 GT. I think I watched every episode. But yeah, that was one of my cars. And you can't forget the Skyline, man. Come on now. You cannot forget the Skyline. I used that car, blew so many cars out of the water. I think I played all the way up until what? When your tires could start getting bald. That's when I played, and then I was just like, you know what? I don't like all this tire balding stuff, but now I kind of appreciate it. Now I'm just like, I'm getting so good at lifting this car. You can just line it up real quick. But yeah, those are some of my favorite cars in that game. But we're playing Gran Turismo for real now. We're not going back. There's no going back. As long as we can close the garage, we are good. Give myself some space to lay underneath. Let's put my thing here. Let me check and make sure I can get to the back. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. You guys stay tuned because we are going to be doing some internal work. It's going to be awesome. We are going to, I just want to make this car solid. Like, if I feel like it and I want to put more power into it, then we can just play around. Turn the boost down, turn the boost up if we feel like it. Also, like I told you guys before, we broke the map sensor and we bought another used one. So the one that goes on top of the manifold. So we'll just be removing it from there. We're gonna keep the line hooked onto the charge pipe and then just remove all that out. So what else do we have? The fuel pump itself. Let me go grab that. Okay, so first let's start with the cowl that needs to come off. No way on earth that can stay on. I'm gonna remove our out. Oh man, almost fell and busted my. You can just, I'll just pop this off of this because that's already popped out. Yep. Then we just put this off. Shouldn't be too hard to get to the high pressure fuel pump. Yep, we're going full throttle into Gran Turismo lifestyle. Gonna hit up the track. Yeah, this is kind of loose anyway. Can replace the map sensor that's on here. And we just pop it out like so. So now we know this one is definitely not coming out. It's fresh, boys, it's fresh. Ah, you hear that snap, right? Such a lovely snap. Okay, so charge pipe blower valve is all coming off at the same time. This charge pipe, me and you have had it out, haven't we? I'm about to have it out again. Oh yeah, we have to disconnect. Yeah, I'm just gonna disconnect this from here. The map sensor on the what do you call it? On the charge pipe. So I'm gonna struggle with that and I'll be right back. Before I struggle with that, Let me loosen up this charge pipe. I made this thing nice and tight. There's no way it's coming out. Let's take our little C-clamp off. And once we kind of get it off, we can make this so don't get in my way. Okay, here we go. Let's make sure we disconnect our line here so that we don't get. Let me get this line off the charge pipe. Okay, so like I explained in the last video, the setup they have for me when I took the car to the shop was only temporary. It wasn't supposed to be something I was just supposed to keep on running, but I was getting away with it. You're only going to be able to get away with it for so long. You need this 1/4 line in order to run this blower valve, boost, all that type of stuff. You're going to need to change that out. I'm going to continue to remove some parts. We'll be back. Alright guys, so let's get this manifold off. Oh man, I thought I wasn't going to have to remove the cover, but I am going to have to remove the cover. So let's just go ahead and remove this cover. Anything inside of this engine, because I'm telling you right now, like I said before, I will take this thing apart. We need to do some internal work anyway, so you guys stay tuned for that. I'm going to be looking into forged rods and pistons. So we're gonna have to remove this motor. Finally got down to that last bolt. Okay, let's see if we can remove this without using any type of tool, which we cannot. So let's just finish unscrewing it. All right, cool. We've got that out real nice and easy. Okay, let's make sure we got all the screws. We're missing one more, boys. We're missing one more. Oh, that's nice. Yes. See how easily that comes off? Okay. So I'm not going to fully remove the manifold. I have enough space to reach the high pressure fuel pump right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is lay a rag down in here to catch the fuel that spills out. Some fuel will spill out. So I'm gonna kind of just completely forgot about that. And cut that part out. Yeah, let's show you that. Okay, so I'm gonna lay my little rag down here. And then we can start to dismantle. You're in the way of your camera. Start to dismantle the, take out the fuel pump. All right, guys, we got the first line off. Only a tiny bit of fuel came out of there. Yeah, only a tiny bit of fuel came out. Nice. Okay, so now there's a second line right here. We gotta undo that line. Just always remember that there is an electrical connector. on all of these things that you need to remove. So yeah, keep that in mind as you wrench away, my friends. Okay, that's the connectors in the way. I'm just trying to prepare to catch more I think too small. Too small. Okay, I need to fiddle around with this. Disconnect your battery, boys, before any of this. Just disconnect the battery. Disconnect the negative. Save yourself the trouble. Get the high pressure fuel pump out. It is a T30. All right, guys. So I went ahead and removed the fuel rail from the high pressure fuel pump. So now all we need to do is just remove one. I'll show you, get this in here. 1, 2, and there's a third one on the bottom, and the fuel pump should come out. Okay, so before I start, I'm using my extension here to reach the bolt that's right here, and then I will use the same extension to remove the other one that's on the other side, and that'll be 3, and the fuel pump should come out. So let me go ahead and okay, so as you can see, it's loose. It's just like that. It's out. I'm just trying not to drop any of my screws. And here's the old one. I'm not gonna get rid of this. You know what? I'm gonna take it right here to my office, and I'm gonna see if I can repair this. Let me take my screw out. There's my other one. Okay, and here's the new one. So just like that, we're just gonna put the new one in. The same way we removed everything is the same way we're gonna put it back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get to work putting this back in, and we're gonna go for a drive because I gotta reconnect all this stuff. And then after I reconnect all this stuff, we'll go for that drive and make sure, oh yeah, a little bit of oil does come out, so yeah, just clean that up. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. And I forgot.